So today I'm gonna tell you how I made this super cool sci-fi scene animation in Blender. Let's take a look. So I had the idea of making a sci-fi environment for a long time. I wanted to make it as if Earth was recovering from a previous crisis. That's why I added that short grass that you saw, so it made it look kind of like that rebirth. Now let's start with the process of making this animation in Blender. Let's go. The first thing I did was to block out the landscape with the landscape add-on. Also, I added a plane to represent the water. And then I started modeling our protagonist for this video, which is Freddy. I modeled him by extruding and rotating a subdivided cube. Also, I used the same image I used as reference to model Freddy, and I slapped it as a texture. Using Ian Huber's technique, also with proportional editing and UV unwrapping, I squished the texture inside the mesh. At the end, it looked kinda trash, but after another subdivision modifier, no one will notice. Once I had Freddy nice and textured, it was time to rig him to animate him. Once rigged, it's time to put our little friend in the water and start the animation process. To animate Freddy, I rotated his head bones and neck bones primarily. Then I used a noise modifier to give his tail some life. Look at that crazy wiggling tail. So good. Also, to make the scene pop more, I imported an image of a sky and put it as an emissive shader so it looked more realistic. In addition, I added some physics to the water so that when Freddy swam, it will make waves like in real life. Once I had most of my scene animated, I started adding more stuff, because honestly the shot was kinda empty. So I started adding some tall grass in the front to cover some of my mistakes in the animation, as well as to give more depth to the scene with depth of field turned on, so I can get that beautiful bokeh. I did that by rotating the same image with a transparent background to make it look more 3D. Next, I started adding some sci-fi structures in the background, which really made it feel post-apocalyptic.
Stop it. Get some help.
Because I saw my frame rate was still pretty good and wanted to know how much my new PC could resist. So I wanted to add even more stuff. If you guys want me to make a special video for the PC, leave it in the comments. So to make the PC suffer, I did a particle system with vegetation. Probably one of the most intensive things, if not controlled properly. I used some weight painting to manage the density as well, but because the computer is still run pretty solid, I said why not add even more stuff. So I made a volumetric cube that made some emissive clouds like fog, with some animation to make it look like there was a super strong wind. Also, I took a second to do some camera animation. I wanted to do a vertigo effect like they do sometimes in the movies when something is really impressive, but I didn't want it to distract from the animation. So after that, I modeled some cables for the buildings and adjusted them with proportional editing to fit each structure and gave them a dark color. Also, to top everything off, I animated this spaceship across the sky, which looked pretty cool in the end. Finally, I rendered my animation in cycles, and which was super quick thanks to my new computer. So after rendering, this is the result of my animation, which probably is one of the best animations I have done so far. So yeah guys, that's all for today. This took me a really long time, so I really appreciate if you would subscribe and like this video and share it with all your friends. So yeah, now you guys can watch this challenge I did, and see you in the next one. Bye.